Hey YouTube, I just want to make a short video about a problem and a fix that I found for this uh, inexpensive slash chinesium universal power supply. It's branded as a Wefomey. So you can see that there. I got the 120 watt version. It's inexpensive. It's kind of universal power adapter for a bunch of laptops and such. Handy to have. I'm making an IT toolkit to keep in my van. I decided that would be a useful add. So anyway, now let's make sure you can see that. Yeah, okay. It was kind of washed out depending on the angle of the light, but you can see it's on right now. So let's go right to the problem I encountered. I saw a review that, oh, can you get one out? Yeah, okay. There you go. Get. All right. So, I saw a review that showed this basically catching on fire. So I wanted to check it out and see if there would be an issue with it. And sure enough, there is. Not actually with this part, but with this part. Bad kitties. So in here, let's see if we can get the light on this right. And let's turn off and unplug. I mean, it's DC and relatively low voltage, but still. So, like most barrel connectors, let's see in there, you see the two pins and they're folded over each other. So, when this came to me, you can see they're kind of pushed inward a little bit. I did that manually. What we had basically pushed in there and bent inward a little bit, but they were all the way out on the sides. And because of that, when that went in, focus, that would barely make contact. So that's basically what would have caused the person who had that melt and catch on fire. If you have enough power, enough amps going through there, and you have basically only enough metal connecting that it's treating it as like trying to put 20 amps through a 24 gauge wire, say. This doesn't do 20 amps, but as an example, you get the idea. The connector was small enough, it heated up like the filament of a light bulb and melted and caught on fire. So if you get this, it is fixable. As with any chinesium, if you want to get, inspect, buyer beware, cavat emptor. So you just take a little pick, bend these inward. With my dental pick, I can just shove it in there and wiggle. And then with this one, shove in there, wiggle. And basically just do that until they're pushed in. And those little sidebars are what have the main interior contact. And yeah, there you can see better now. And with that, it'll make contact along the sides of the pin, and you'll have good constant contact. Unfortunately, I didn't think to get this on camera before I fixed it, but basically, just plug this back in, plug it on, turn it on. So, all right, that's on again. Oh, and, oh, hello, it's doing it. All right, so you see that's on. And yep, that's still solid. What's this? 5 millivolts. Yep, it's doing it again. So let's rotate this. I'll rotate it a little bit. Watch. And yeah, that was me just holding this in place, rotating, and it made contact again. So maybe my fix isn't good enough. Oh, and that reading is actually reasonably accurate, like within 100 millivolts. So that's not bad. Like, let's turn it all the way down. The refresh time on the output display there is really poor. It shows change slowly. But you see there it says 3.23. And my Instax says 3.19. So, yeah, pretty good. And as I adjust upward, the transition's pretty smooth too. It's not smooth on the display, but the actual voltage output is smooth. All right, so let's see. Yep, and we lost power again. Tisk. Let's turn that off. So, given that result, I'm not sure if this is actually a fix. Given that it didn't stay. I'm going to be a little more aggressive with this pin, bend harder. Basically push it further in. All right. So that's pretty far into the center. And 9.57, 9.60. So let's rotate a bit. Yeah, it's intermittent. Off. Rotate more. And we have it back. So, yeah, that plug is meh to crappy quality. Now, I did have my multimeter in here specifically, and this was consistent. So it's not like we're losing output there. It has voltage constantly on here. But yeah, the quality of the connector there is poor. What you could do if you wanted, because these are cheap and it's useful to have, you maybe just snip this and replace the barrel connector with a better one. That might be what I'll do. We'll see. All right, that's it. Have a good day.